Hello, welcome back to the Hot Zone Sports Report with yours truly, Ryan Van Dever. I wanted to let you guys in on what's going on with me, what's going on with Hot Zone Sports Report, and what you can expect in the future. So, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. Hot Zone Sports Report is getting a podcast. You heard it here first. So, for all of my viewers, to all of my listeners, and to all of my readers, we're getting a podcast, and it is going to be about all sorts of different stuff. It's going to be about life, it's going to be about sports, NBA, Major League Baseball, NFL, NCAA, you name it. We may even get into a little bit of the UFL as well. You never know. I haven't decided how often I'm going to post a podcast, but I will let you know. We are on Spotify as I speak to you right now, and we are also on Overcast. We are not going to be on Apple because I am not an iPhone user. I don't have an Apple ID, so if anybody knows a way to get around that, shoot me a message. But with the NFL draft coming up April 25th, keep your eyes peeled on that one. Well, there will be an article on my predictions about the NFL draft, and it will be spoken on the podcast as well. So if you're interested in listening to a podcast, go ahead and shoot me a follow on Spotify. Soon enough, we will be on YouTube as well. I just gotta wait to get verified. So here in the next couple of days, we should be on there. Also, every article that I narrate is going to be going on the podcast as well. So if you don't have a lot of time to to read my articles, all of my narrations will be on Spotify and all of the platforms that I mentioned earlier. Now, moving on. I have not written a lot recently. I'm sure everybody can understand if you have teenagers. Now, I'm going to start ramping things back up. Start writing a little bit more. I'm going to write about 2 to 3 times a week. Once again, those narrations will be on Spotify as well, so shoot me a follow. Also, I've been posting a lot on Facebook, Twitter, or X, whatever you're supposed to call it now. So you can shoot me a follow on there. Now, I have been putting notes in on a couple of posts that I make on the social media pages. I had one yesterday about Jackson Holiday. There was one today. I can't remember quite what it was about. Brain's not what it used to be, So let me know what you guys think about that. Would you like me to continue to post into notes what's going on in the world? Kind of like a short little blog, or nah, not so much. So yeah, shoot me a message or start a thread on my chat and talk amongst yourselves. The more chatter that is in those chats, the better. It's always great to see all all of my supporters talking amongst each other. But if that's not your thing, that is cool with me too. Now, moving on, we got the podcast out of the way. So on some of the podcasts, I will be inviting some people on because having a podcast by yourself kind of could be a little bit mundane, but um, for the most part, the way it's figured is I'm going to be doing a podcast by myself because you subscribe to me and you want to hear my opinion. Excuse me, goodness gracious. So that's about how that's going to work. Um, Once again, I haven't decided how many times a week I'm going to do podcasts. It really just depends on how smooth it goes. I'm an artistic fella, so everything, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. If you haven't figured out in my articles, everything has to be right before I post it. But let me know how everything's going on with all of you. I do want to give a shout out to all of my subscribers, all of my followers. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't miss your opportunity to subscribe. Um, it really helps me out a lot. It gives me all of that. I wouldn't say courage, but all of that conniption to continue to keep posting content for everybody. It really touches my heart. Um, so if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Also, I will let you know that some of these podcasts that will be paid, but I will give you guys the kind of like a sneak peek. So, not everything's going to be paid. I'm kind of against it. There's not a worse feeling when you're trying to find out what kind of content a podcast has than going to their page and then um, trying to listen to their content, and you hear the intro credits and the music, and then the music stops, and then hey, pay $10.99 a month. I'm not going to do that. Not unless my content that I post requires a ton of research, a ton of my time. Um, then I probably will make that one paid. But once again, I will give a sneak peek into the episode, so you'll be able to find out if you want to go paid. Now, back to going paid, it's $5.99 a month. You can do the yearly. I can't remember how much that is. I want to say it's like $60. That helps me out a ton. Uh, Whether you realize it or not, um, the more paid subscribers that I have, the more motivation it is for me to pump out more content, more great content for all of you guys. So if you want to go paid, that's awesome. I will highly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. But if you don't want to go paid, I totally understand. We all got bills, and I get it. But I will continue to push out content, whether you go paid or not. So, saying that, I appreciate and value each and every single one of my subscribers, each and every single one of my followers. If you aren't a subscriber yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Yeah, until next time. Oh, one more thing. I will be pumping out an article here in the next couple of days, so pay attention for that to happen. And one last thing, if you're a follower and not a subscriber, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. That is all I have for today. I hope everybody has a great Friday and an even better weekend. And Hot Zone Sports Report out.